1400 WJZM Radio, 65 degrees at 7 o'clock. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The National Hurricane Center says heavy rain from Harvey is expected to worsen flooding in southeast Texas and southwestern Louisiana. The flooding's already bad enough for Houston flood victim Nicole Calhoun, the worst she's ever seen.
Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Can't believe it.
Houston today is expecting more rain, more flooding, and more efforts to rush aid to victims in shelters and evacuation centers. U.S. Congressman Kevin Brady is chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. He lives in the Houston suburbs and said he's seeing Hurricane Harvey's impact all over the place.
We're fortunate to be north of Houston a little, so our home is dry and family safe. Our staff is working away, coordinating with local, state, and federal officials on all this. So, I'm blessed, but all around us, our streets, our neighborhoods in the Houston region, it's, this is as devastating as you can get.
This network is helping rush life-saving aid to Houston through nonprofit relief organization Save the Children. And more information is on the website, srnnews.com. The senior citizens who appear in a now viral photo showing them submerged in waist-deep water in a Texas assisted living center flooded by Harvey over the weekend have been relocated to a nearby facility and hospital. The owner's son-in-law, Tim McIntosh, posted the photo that led to a National Guard rescue.
It's remarkable. I mean, when I first made the photo, we actually put it up really to see if there's anyone locally there that was close, that knew about the nursing home or knew, that area of Dickinson where they were.
McIntosh says there was some backlash online about the now iconic picture, but once he took to Twitter and verified the picture and the circumstances, the feedback became much more positive. On Wall Street, the Dow was down 7 points yesterday. The NASDAQ up 17. This is SRN News.
The big 1400 WJZM Radio, Clarksville area weather. You might see some fog as you get started this morning in some of the low-lying areas that should burn off. And we'll have a mix of sun and clouds and maybe even a pop-up shower this afternoon. Expect a high today around 84. Tonight, 66 for an overnight low. And for Wednesday, mostly cloudy, a chance of showers, 82 for an expected high. Currently at 7:03. We're at 65 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Right now, this Tuesday morning commute is off to a good start. No accidents to report in the city or the county at the moment. No traffic stops underway. Traffic is heavy, though, in a couple of places. 41A Fort Campbell, New Providence Boulevard, looks like 79 out in Woodlawn is busy as well. Also 48 and 13 coming into the city from the county, very busy. 41A Sango is slow, and also the MLK 76 connector is slow as well, and also 79 out in St. Bethlehem. 24 looks good most of the way into Music City this morning. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville traffic.
Well, good morning. Of course, the big problem right now is in Brentwood, north of Brentwood, rather, on 65 north of OHB, where the truck is flipped. The interstate's still shut down. Starting to build out of Dixon, right on schedule, down I-40. Same goes for the traffic through Mount Juliet right now out of Wilson County. 24 westbound up by Harding Place. We saw an accident a few minutes ago. Whether you're interested in attending college, ready to start working in the real world, the United States Air Force may be an option. Log on to airforce.com for more details. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
And that's been a look at your traffic and weather together here on the big 1400 WJZM. And now it's time for Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, John Michaels. It is the Tuesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville on the 29th day of August. We just got one more day of August, and then we'll be into September. But anyway, we get started. Good morning, Clarksville.
Baby said she loves me, and need I tell you
1400 WJZM Radio. Stay tuned. 7:20 this morning comes Justin Swallows with a Sports Now update brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville. I need to. There's some good news and bad news to start off the show.
Good news
on this
and bad
Tuesday.
news. Which do we get first?
Which one do you want?
I want the bad news.
The bad news is that I made a mistake.
You did?
Yes, there are 31 days in August, so that means that we've got another day added on to tomorrow. I see that Wednesday was the final day of August.
You've added another day?
Yeah. Do you want to know the good news?
I don't know. That's bad. You added another day.
Yeah.
Okay, give me the good news.
Somebody's listening.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
And they caught my mistake. They caught my mistake, so that's a good thing. A couple of birthdays. John McCain is 81. He is a cancer survivor and a war hero. Do you hear that, Donald? A war hero. Rufio. You remember the movie Hook?
Yeah.
Okay. Rufio. The leader of the Lost Boys is Dante Bosco. He's 42. Ooh. And Rebecca De Mornay.
I do remember her.
Only in Risky Business.
Yeah.
She's 58. Ooh. Robin Leach. I can't believe this guy's still alive.
He's still alive. He's about 100, isn't he?
No.
89?
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. 90. He's 76. 76.
He was 76 30 years ago. That's got to be wrong.
Elliot Gould is 79. You know, he keeps showing up, and I see he's in this new CBS series that's coming on. But he was on Showtime and Ray Donovan. But yeah, he's 79. Yep. I always liked him in Bob Carroll, Ted and Alice.
Bob Carroll, Ted and Alice.
Yeah, and of course, MASH, where he made his fame. 3 days to Labor Day weekend. We got that straight. We know this weekend is a Labor Day
coming.
Weekend. That's right. Everybody, I'm gonna be giving John Michael's address so everybody will know to come over for the cookout. Are you cooking out Saturday or Monday?
I'll make up my mind later.
Okay, but
I'll let you know. Yeah.
And 108 days till Star Wars, The Last Jedi comes out. It's
coming.
So, you got to look
closer
forward to that. Musically on the way this hour, we got Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Four Seasons, Bobby Caldwell, and these are the Buckinghams.
My baby, she made out of love, like one of those bunnies out of the Playboy Club. But she got something much greater than gold. Crazy about that girl, how she got so much soul. I said she got the kind of loving, kissing and a hugging. Sure is metal, glad that I'm a feather, and I know that she knocks me on my feet. Have mercy on me, 'cause she knocks me on my feet.
1400 WJZM Radio, 65 degrees. You might see some fog this morning as you get started. That should burn off, and we expect a high of around 84, maybe a pop-up shower this afternoon, 66 for an overnight low. And Wednesday, a couple of showers, high of around 82. Have you noticed how mild the temperatures are? Thursday and Friday, the high is supposed to be 79.
I know.
78.
We're having an early fall.
Yeah, so what do you think that means, that we're going to have an early winter?
I think so.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sorry?
I think so.
Yeah, today is Tuesday, so that means it's Tuesday with the mayor. Each Tuesday between the hours of 8 and 9, we have either our city mayor or county mayor come and talk to us about what's going on in their respective organizations, either the city or the county. Today, County Mayor Jim Durrett will join us between 8 and 9 on the Big 1400. Ooh. We're looking forward to that. Okay, back in the day, 59 years ago, 1958, two young men named John Lennon and Paul McCartney of the little Liverpool band called the Quarrymen welcomed another young man to their fold. His name, George Harrison. 47 years ago, 1970, War by Edwin Starr hit #1 on the pop singles chart. War! Good God, y'all.
What is it good for?
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Yep. But that was #1.
We've heard that a time or two.
Yeah, on occasion. 27 years ago, 1996, Isaac Hayes, who co-wrote the rhythm and blues classic Soul Man, sent a letter to presidential candidate Bob Dole asking him to stop using the song which his supporters had changed to I'm a Dole Man. So Bob Dole is still alive. Isaac is not, so Bob Dole wins.
If he runs for president, he can use it.
And, ironically, 12 years ago, in 2005, Hurricane Katrina hit the Gulf Coast of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, killing at least 1,800 people and flooding New Orleans after the levees broke. I remember that.
I do, too.
Yeah,
that was bad time.
Awesome. And now we're dealing with Harvey. But anyway, we're going to talk more about Harvey and how you can help if you'd like to donate and give you some inspiration for some of the people who have already donated. Some of them are coming up, with big bucks.
They are?
To come up and help,
Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and really eased the pain. Now the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines so sincere. Sunny one so true, I love you. Sunny, thank you for the sunshine bouquet. Sunny, thank you for the love you brought my way. You gave to me your all in all, and now I feel 10 feet tall. Sunny, one so true, I love you. Sunny, thank you for the truth you let me see. Sunny, thank you for the facts from A to Z. My life was torn like windblown sand. Then a rock was formed when we held hands. Sunny, one so true, I love you. Sunny, thank you for that smile upon your face. Sunny, thank you for that gleam that flows with grace. You're my spark of nature's fire. You're my sweet, complete desire. Sunny, one so true, yes, I love you. Sunny, yesterday all my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and really, really eased the day. Now the dark days are done and the bright days are here. My sunny one shines
Big 1400, WJZM Radio, 65 degrees, going up to around 84. Just ahead of Sports Now Update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville. Also, a little later on this hour, 7:50 to be exact, we have the Vol Network Notebook on the Big 1400 with Bob Kessling. 7:50, Monday through Friday, right here on the Big 1400. I ran across some strange things. But this...
Was this morning when I came in, you were perusing through the papers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There is a whole bootleg market dedicated to bizarre Nicolas Cage merchandise. And, you know, I used to like Nicolas Cage as an actor, especially Leaving Las Vegas, I think was the movie he got the Oscar for.
Yeah.
And I thought he did an excellent job. But then he just kind of got the check for the last 14 movies he made. But anyway, now this merchandise, this bizarre Nicolas Cage merchandise is pretty amazing. Uprocks.com just posted a list of Cage items. Some of them are practical, some of them are impractical, and some stuff on there that will haunt you and your nightmares. There's the Nicolas Cage face pillow. It's a square pillow, flesh-colored, with Nick's eyes, nose, and mouth in the middle. It's as creepy as it sounds, but it is a bargain at $19.95.
Woo, yes. Get
on
yours today.
On the slightly less creepy side is the Nicolas Cage wallet, which is just that, a wallet with dozens of Nicolas Cage heads all over it. A little pricey, $30. $30.
Not I.
How about Cage's Through the Ages lip gloss?
Oh, yeah.
It's a set of 5 lip glosses. Listen to this. And each one has a picture of Cage dressed as a woman from a different era. $35 for the set.
Not I.
And then there's a mouse pad of the Titanic headed for the iceberg. It has a picture of an angry Nicolas Cage on the front of the ship. It's only $6.80. And here's a bonus item that somehow didn't make the list. A pillowcase with a sexy, shirtless Nicolas Cage in a banana peel.
Oh, no. You got to be kidding.
$5.88 plus shipping and handling. And, you know, people will be buying this stuff.
I know.
They will be online buying this stuff.
Why?
Because
that's what I want to know.
It's that darn internet, I'm telling you. It's that darn internet.
I don't want to sleep with Nicolas Cage on my pillow.
Hey, John, Christmas is coming. You're going to want to give people gifts. You know, I'm just telling
people I hate.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
People I don't like.
Yep,
That's
you
what
need to go to you need to go to uprocks.com.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage.
I'll go get one.
Write it down. Uprocks.com.
Uprocks.
Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Culver's of Clarksville, famous for handcrafted butter burgers. Get yours at 140 Southampton Place.
There's a brand new top earner in the NFL today as Detroit Lions quarterback Matt Stafford has signed a 5-year contract extension worth $135 million. At an average yearly salary of over $27 million, Stafford's bested Oakland Raiders quarterback Derek Carr for the most lucrative contract in league history. Now over to Austin Peay State University, where the women's volleyball squad getting off to a 3-1 start has garnered the attention of the Ohio Valley Conference League office. Yesterday afternoon, both Ashley Slay and Kristen Stucker were honored as OVC Players of the Week. Slay was dubbed the conference's Offensive Player of the Week after recording 69 kills in the season's first 4 matches. Meanwhile, with a whopping 185 assists, Kristen Stucker was awarded the OVC's Setter of the Week award. Austin Peay Volleyball, after opening the season at home for the first time since 2008, will set out on a 9-game road trip starting this coming weekend at the UAB Invitational down in Birmingham. And we take you back to the NFL as the Tennessee Titans made a major announcement yesterday. Head coach Mike Mularkey told media members that despite his lackluster performance in Sunday's preseason tilt against Chicago, rookie Adoree Jackson will likely be the team's starting punt returner this season. Mularkey's announcement came just 24 hours after Jackson made the laughable decision to field a punt inside the 5-yard line on Sunday against the Bears. Bears. And lastly today, a quick look into the prep world as Clarksville Academy tied with Harpeth High last night 2-2 in girls soccer action. Leah Hayes and Presley Sykes each scored a goal for the Lady Cougars, and Taylor Kaczynski assisted on both CA scores. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Made to order, never frozen Midwest beef served on a toasted buttery bun is just the beginning at Culver's of Clarksville. The experience crescendos into fresh homemade custard that you can customize into delectable treats like sundaes, banana splits, or one of their signature concrete mixers. You'll be treated like family and fed like royalty at Culver's of Clarksville, near Exit 4 just off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard at 140 Southampton Place. Culver's of Clarksville. Welcome to Delicious.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Excuse me. Don't forget Sports Now with Justin Swallows comes your way again at 8:20 on the Big 1400. Brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville. You know, the Hurricane Harvey has caused a great deal of inconvenience, to say the least.
Yes.
But, you know, it's a matter of putting your priorities in order. And I read where some of the football games have been moved from that were supposed to be in Houston or somewhere in the vicinity. They've been moved to different areas because, you know, the rain and all the devastation.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a big...
Be hard to get to.
Yeah, there's a big brouhaha with the Texas Rangers, of course, who play. As you probably heard, the city of Houston isn't having the best time right now because of the flooding from Hurricane Harvey. And the Texas Rangers might be making it worse. The Rangers have 2 series coming up with the Houston Astros. Now, the first one starts tonight, and it was supposed to take place in Houston. The second one is a home series for the Rangers in Arlington, Texas. That doesn't start till September the 25th. Well, the Astros went to the Rangers and asked if they could switch so both teams would still be able to play on their home turf, with this week's games shifting to Arlington and the September series moving to Houston. That sounds like, you know.
Yeah, that sounds logical. Let's swap.
Yeah.
It's a few weeks away.
Yeah, and by then, hopefully, the field will be ready. Yeah. And the Rangers refused. They said swapping games wouldn't be fair to their fans who had tickets for September. They did make an offer, though. They offered to steal Houston's home field advantage and host both series in Arlington.
Oh, no. They didn't. They did.
They did. They did.
No, those...
Of course, the Astros refused, so this week's games between them and the Rangers...
canceled.
But listen, no, they're going to play the games, but they're going to be held at a neutral location.
Oh.
Now, the operative word is neutral.
Neutral.
Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah, that's neutral, all right.
And there's been a huge online backlash, of course, against the Rangers. But, you know, you think about, I thought that was kind of, you know.
The Texas Buckethead Rangers.
Is that their new nickname?
Yeah, the Bucketheads.
Yeah. 726, 65 degrees at the Big 1400. It is the Tuesday edition, the 29th day of August. Good morning, Clarksville. Chuck and John.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in a daze from your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you,
I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do.
Big 1400 WJZM Radio, where we've got Atlanta Braves baseball this afternoon. They take on the Phillies. Airtime 4:50. First pitch around 6:05. Of course, they dropped one last night, so hopefully they can get back to their winning ways. Clarksville area weather. We do have some low-lying fog that should burn off shortly, and then we do have a chance for afternoon showers. 84 for a high today, 66 for an overnight low, and for Wednesday, mostly cloudy. A couple of showers, 82 for an expected high. Currently, we're at 65 degrees in downtown Clarksville. You know, I was reading about the Mayweather fight, Mayweather-McGregor fight.
Yeah, they're still talking about
you know, if you wanted to watch the Floyd Mayweather-Conor McGregor fight, of course, you could go the legal route.
True.
$100 pay-per-view.
Yeah.
$20 to watch it in a movie theater, or you could, and, hey, you know some friends, y'all got thousands of dollars, you could watch it in person with Steve Harvey. Yeah, right. But if the legality of the situation wasn't one of your top concerns, there will always will be ways to get around that. True. And there were also a ton of pirated streams. Yes, sir.
Free video, mateys.
According to a digital security company, an estimated 2.93 million people watched the 10-round match.
2.93 million people?
3 million people, basically, watched the 10-round match on social media channels like Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch through 239 streams. Now, traditional pirate websites were responsible for 67 of those streams, but most viewers watched it on apps like Periscope. The quality of those streams may not be great, but then again, you don't always get what you pay for either. And they got it for free. Yeah, got it for free. Yesterday, Showtime was hit with a class action lawsuit by customers who streamed the fight legally. They paid that $100. Apparently, a lot of people who paid $100 only to see grainy video with buffering issues and other problems.
Showtime was getting their feed from one of the pirates.
Oh, you think? That's why I was green?
Yeah.
Well,
we'll make some money here.
Yeah, I think that those people with Showtime, they should be given a refund.
I do, too. I believe they should have.
Yeah, because I think that Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, they could give up a couple of $1,000.
I think they might. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
The Big 1400. Good morning, Clarksville.
her own kind of life. She look at you once in a day, that's all wrong, that's all right. And I love her, God knows I love her. Kentucky woman, she get to know you, she got to own you. Kentucky woman, she ain't the kind make heads turn at the drop of her name. Something inside that she's got turns you on just the same. And she loves me, God knows she loves me. Kentucky woman, she get to know you, she got to own you. Kentucky woman, I don't want much. Good Lord's earth beneath my feet, gentle touch from that one girl, and life is sweet and good. Ain't no doubt I'm talking about Kentucky woman. She gets to know you, she got to own you. Kentucky woman, don't want much. Good Lord's earth beneath my feet, gentle touch. That one girl, and life is sweet and good. There ain't no doubt I'm talking about Kentucky woman. She gets to know you, she got to own you. Kentucky woman, Kentucky woman, Kentucky woman.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, 66 degrees, expecting a high today of around 84. You know, Hurricane Harvey has just been the focal point of all the news and media outlets. You know, I was reading an article, and because of Hurricane Harvey, the National Weather Service has had to change or add a new color in there. You know how they have those different colors?
Yeah, they
and-
have color schemes for different.
Well, they had to
things.
add a new color because they didn't have a color to show the density or the amount of rain that was falling in the Houston area.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Did not red used to be like their worst?
I think
if it was red,
red or purple, the new color is almost like a lavender. But they had to add a new color because it was unprecedented. They had that much rainfall. Yeah, and you know, I think that Kevin Hart has started a new internet challenge. Did you read about that? There's one that
No.
Well, you know,
Kevin Hart, the comedian, right?
Yeah,
the guy
Kevin
that's
Hart,
about 3 foot
the
tall.
funny guy.
Yeah.
John, you didn't have to say that.
Okay, he's 4.
You didn't have to. Okay, 3.5. Yeah, the plane.
The plane. Look at the plane.
Well, he's a good guy, and he donated $25,000 to the Red Cross for the Hurricane Harvey relief effort, and he challenged his celebrity friends to do the same. In an Instagram video, he called out Dwayne Johnson and Beyonce, Jay-Z, Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, Justin Timberlake, Steve Harvey. Why does his name keep coming up? And Dave Chappelle. He says, I think the people are in bad shape and they need help. Now, J.J. Watt of the Houston Texans did even better. He set up a crowdfunding page to raise $200,000. They reached the goal in less than 2 hours and hit $500,000 in less than 24 hours. He even put in $100,000 himself
of his own money.
Yep. And as of last night, donations were over $1 million. So he set the new fundraising goal to $1.5 million. Chris Paul, who just got traded to the NBA's Houston Rockets, threw $50,000 into J.J. Watts' fund. Ellen DeGeneres and her show are donating $50,000 to the Red Cross, and Ellen is giving another $25,000 to the Texas SPCA.
Huh. How much is Steve Harvey giving?
Don't bring him up. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson took up Kevin Hart. He donated $25,000. Chris Brown.
Oh no!
He gave $100,000. He said, although he doesn't trust the Red Cross, so his money is, quote, going, quote, to the people, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And, of course,
That
country
means
singer...
he's not giving it.
Yeah. Country singer Chris Young donated $100,000. Lady Antebellum is donating merchandise sales from their Dallas show. So, some people, I'm glad to see people are stepping up.
Yeah.
And you can give, if you go like a $10 donation, I think.
I believe you send it to steveharvey.com.
You do not send it to see.
And you can call Steve Harvey at 1-800-STEVE-HARVEY.
And, and then on the other end of the giving spectrum, celebrity pastor Joel Osteen has closed his Houston-based Lakewood church due to flooding. He's taking
some heat for that.
Yeah. Well, even though it was not damaged by flooding and could have been used to house citizens who've been driven from their homes, Lakewood seats almost 17,000 people. Not surprisingly, he is getting some grief from that.
Yeah.
And I would have thought that he would have, opened that up as a sanctuary to those people in need.
You would have?
I would thought that Joel and Victoria would have done that. Yes, I did.
I don't know. I'm a little skeptical.
Okay.
Of Joel.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. Don't forget high school football. Clarksville Academy game of the week this week. They take on Zion Christian Academy this Friday. Airtime 6:45. Kickoff at 7 o'clock on the Big 1400.
A few things I can count on in the morning. Not wanting to get up, but the alarm clock tells me I have no choice. A hot shower that gets me going, and the traffic that slows me down. But once I get to McDonald's, I can count on my kind of breakfast at a value, like a sausage biscuit, burrito, crispy hash browns, or a small hot McCafe coffee starting at just $1 each, or a sausage McMuffin for just $1.19. Count me in. A la carte only at participating restaurants. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
What's the most refreshing sound of summer? Close, but just listen. Ah, that's the sound of a fruity flavored Fanta orange soda new at McDonald's for just $1. Okay, keep listening. Hear all your friends in there popping around? Cannonball!
This summer, check fruity flavored ice cold refreshment off your bucket list. Hurry and dive into any size Fanta orange soda new at Mickey D's for just $1, or get a small McCafe frappe smoothie or shake for just $2. A la carte only. Limited time offer at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or any combo meal. Fanta is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
There's finally a stress-free, no-risk way to buy a new mattress thanks to Beds Express. With their Triple Z guarantee, there's literally no way you can go wrong. Don't waste another night tossing and turning on your old, worn-out bed. Dive into affordable comfort at Beds Express in Clarksville at 1767 Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, Bellevue at 7643 Highway 70 South, and in Murfreesboro at 2222 Medical Center Parkway. Beds Express, Middle Tennessee's better sleep solution.
Make someone's day. Sunflowers just because. At Sango Village Florist in Clarksville, we only offer the finest floral arrangements. We also have free delivery to Genova Hospital and Clarksville Funeral Homes. Let Sango Village Florist in Clarksville be your first choice for flowers for any and all occasions. Serving Montgomery County, Cedar Hill, Chapman Borough, and Pleasant View, Tennessee. Visit our website at sangovillageflorist.com or call 931-358-3300. Our flowers make a statement.
Why settle for less when you can get more at Wyatt Johnson in Clarksville, your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee. Score and win with Wyatt Johnson GMC Buick, Toyota, Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru, as well as 3 pre-owned superstores for more selection in minutes versus days, shopping place to place. We are the region's largest GMC Buick dealer, the area's newest Toyota dealer, and home of the Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru giant. You always get more at your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee. The Wyatt Johnson Automotive Family in Clarksville.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
For real estate services, Byers and Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers and Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers and Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers and Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
Don't despair over that busted stove, broken dishwasher, or out-of-order dryer. Just pick up the phone and call Mr. Appliance. He offers flat rate pricing, meaning there aren't any hidden fees, and he promises an always quick response with same or next day appointments. Mr. Appliance also gives you a complimentary 1-year parts and labor warranty on every household repair. You can book an appointment anytime by calling 931-503-7070 or by going online to MrAppliance.com/Clarksville.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville, Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Chuck Edwards, John Michaels. It is the Tuesday edition. Don't forget, 7:50 this morning, we have the Ball Network Notebook with Bob Kessling on the Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Big 1400 WJZM Radio, where our sister station 105.1 The Wolf is carrying high school football. Clarksville High School football this week with Taylor Stokes and Howard Spurgeon. This week the Wildcats will be playing Lewisburg, Mississippi, the Patriots. Lewisburg High. Airtime 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock.
I gave you some misinformation
Yeah, we were
yesterday.
saying Northeast, but we
apologize.
looked at the schedule wrong.
Yeah, it
but
was
we
my
got it
bad.
right, yeah.
I
They're
looked at it cross-eyed.
Yeah, they're going to be playing
Barely.
Lewisburg High from Lewisburg, Mississippi. The Patriots on 105.1 The Wolf, Tennessee's country legends this Friday night.
Just a little bit longer. Please, 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 please tell me that you're gonna. Now your daddy don't mind, and your mommy don't mind. Could we have another dance with you? Just for one more time.
The big 1400 WJZM radio, Clarksville area weather. Chance of maybe a pop-up shower this afternoon. High today of 84, 66 tonight. Tomorrow, a couple of showers, stray showers, 82 for an expected high. Currently, we're at 66 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We continue to follow the what's going on in the Houston area in Texas with Hurricane Harvey. And, you know, it just seems like everybody or so many people are stepping up to the plate. I was reading a story. A reporter in Houston helped save a truck driver who was trapped in floodwaters from Hurricane Harvey on Sunday. And people from all over have been showing up with their boats to help with the rescue efforts. And you know, interestingly enough, are you ready for this?
Yes, I am.
The makers of Budweiser and Coors have stopped bottling beer and to bottle drinking water.
Wow.
So, you know.
So I can't get any Bud Light?
Wait, hey, you know, I always remember, you remember, I can't remember, you can't get any. I was trying to think of, I was trying to think of the movie with Jeff Bridges where he was the space alien that came to Earth. Is one of, and I can't remember. It's one anyway. It's one of my favorite movies.
I do know it.
Yeah, and
but I can't think of the name.
He, but anyway, there was a line in there that I've always, you know, kept with me that I always thought was so profound because he said, the lady, I forgot her name. She asked him, said, "Well, what have you learned about Earth and the people here?" And he said, "You're at your best when things are worse."
True. That's a good line.
Yeah.
It's meaningful.
Yeah, we do. Well, we do have this propensity to come together, and that's a good thing. In spite of
everything else you may hear about us, we are actually good people.
Yep. The big 1400 WJZM radio time now for Bob Kessling and the Vol Network Notebook.
John Kelly looking to lead the Tennessee rushing attack. This is the Vol Network Notebook, brought to you by your local Farmers Co-op. Co-op, farming big orange country. While there's plenty of competition for playing time at several spots in the Tennessee football team, John Kelly is firmly planted as the Vols' top tailback. He'll get the start Monday night when Tennessee travels to Atlanta to face Georgia Tech. The junior from Detroit is the top returning rusher on the team as he averaged 6.4 yards per carry last season and scored 5 touchdowns. Kelly said he's ready to carry the load again this season.
And one thing that I'm definitely trying to take more pride in is getting better as the game go on. Regardless if they think they got me bottled up in the beginning, I'm trying to get stronger throughout the whole game.
There's talent but inexperience in the backfield. John Kelly has had to provide veteran leadership during training camp to the young backs, Ty Chandler, Tim Jordan, and Trey Coleman.
And this was like the first time I had so many young guys underneath me. So it's just like coaching them differently because they all got different playing styles. Being able to relate the message to them the same was something that I definitely took a lot of pride in this camp.
John Kelly learned a lot from watching Alvin Kamara the past 2 years. His goal this season, he wants to be a complete back, running, catching the ball out of out of the backfield and blocking. On football Saturdays at Neyland Stadium, there are long-standing traditions that make for an unforgettable experience. There's the Vol Walk, the Power Tee, and singing along with over 100,000 diehard fans as the band plays Rocky Top after a Tennessee touchdown. At your local farmer-owned co-op, they understand the importance and impact of these traditions because for over 70 years, they've had a few of their own, like friendly service, top-notch products, and trusted advice. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. Tennessee and Georgia Tech have been in the same conference twice. Charter members of the Southern Conference in 1921 and charter members of the SEC in 1933. Tech dropped out of the SEC in 1964. Tennessee and Georgia Tech renewed their rivalry Monday night with an 8 p.m. kickoff in Atlanta. Reporting for the Vol Network, I'm Bob Kessler.
The Big 1400, and we'll be carrying that game this Monday night as Tennessee takes on Georgia Tech in Atlanta in the is it the Chick-fil-A Bowl? Anyway, airtime at 5:30, kickoff around 7 o'clock. All the action of University of Tennessee football on the Big 1400. 54% of people don't like answering their doorbell anymore.
Nope.
If you're not you don't like answering your doorbell?
Nope. If it's after dark, you come to my house, you ain't getting in. I don't open the door after dark.
If you're not expecting a delivery or friends, there's really no reason to answer your doorbell, right?
Neither.
Well,
That's
it's
true.
just that maybe it's somebody trying to sell you something or borrow something.
Not unless
or,
Segment Man's got a big check standing at the door, then I might
and
open
you see
it.
the balloons
he
and
did,
everything,
though. He can't
or
bring it.
harm you. And apparently, we're not alone in our desire to avoid random moments of human contact by answering the doorbell. A new survey found that 54% of the people say they don't like answering when someone rings their doorbell. They're slightly more likely to answer if they have security cameras installed and they can see who's there. You know, more and more people are putting those security cameras outside so you can see what's going on. So you can see? Yeah, so you can see what's going on.
I'll never let her go.
1400 WJZM Radio. 66 degrees at 8 o'clock. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WJZM Radio, Clarksville, Tennessee.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The National Hurricane Center says heavy rain from Harvey is expected to worsen flooding in southeast Texas and southwestern Louisiana. The flooding's already bad enough for Houston flood victim Nicole Calhoun, the worst she's ever seen.
Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Can't believe it.
Houston today is expecting more rain, more flooding, and more efforts to rush aid to victims in shelters and evacuation centers. U.S. Congressman Kevin Brady is chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. He lives in the Houston suburbs and said he's seeing Hurricane Harvey's impact all over the place.
We're fortunate to be north of Houston a little, so our home is dry and family safe, and our staff is working away, coordinating with local, state, and federal officials on all this. So, I'm blessed, but all around us, our streets, our neighborhoods in the Houston region, it's, this is as devastating as you can get.
This network is helping rush life-saving aid to Houston through nonprofit relief organization Save the Children. And more information is on the website, srnews.com. The senior citizens who appear in a now viral photo showing them submerged in waist-deep water in a Texas assisted living center flooded by Harvey over the weekend have been relocated to a nearby facility and hospital. The owner's son-in-law, Tim McIntosh, posted the photo that led to a National Guard rescue.
It's remarkable. I mean, when I first made the photo, we actually put it up really to see if there's anyone locally there that was close, that knew about the nursing home or knew, that area of Dickinson where they were.
McIntosh says there was some backlash online about the now iconic picture, but once he took to Twitter and verified the picture and the circumstances, the feedback became much more positive. On Wall Street, the Dow was down 7 points yesterday. The NASDAQ up 17. This is SRN News.
Commercial loans, Heritage Bank. Those are the only 4 words you need to know to make your commercial project a reality. Whether it's a new building for your business or a new business altogether, the commercial lenders at Heritage Bank can make things happen so you can make your business a success. Call or stop by your local Heritage Bank office today. At Heritage Bank, we're open for business. Your business.
NMLS number 431499. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bank with Heritage.com.
The big 1400 WJZM Radio. Clarksville area weather, maybe a stray shower this afternoon. Expect a high of around 84. Tonight, 66 with patchy clouds. For Wednesday, maybe a couple of showers in the forecast. Temperatures rather mild, 82 for an expected high. Our extended weather forecast, rain continuing through Thursday, 78 for a high. Rain Friday, 76 for a high. Currently, we're at 66 degrees at 8:04 in downtown Clarksville. With a look at your traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the area is still running fairly smooth for a Tuesday morning. These areas are always slow this time of day. Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, New Providence Boulevard, Fort Campbell traffic on 41A, and the intersection of Madison Street and MLK Boulevard. Also 48 and 13 if you're coming into the city from the county. Slow in a couple of spots. 41A Sango slow due to the construction in that area. 79 St. B is slow, and also the MLK 76 connector is slow as well. No accidents to report in the city or the county at the moment. One traffic stop underway, so be on the lookout for that one. If you're in the area, it's on Ferris Drive. And if you are headed to Nashville this morning, well, 24 looks pretty good all the way into the Music City. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what lies ahead when you get there.
Well, good morning. They finally opened up 2 lanes of traffic here, but what a nightmare continues as you come up through Williamson County this morning on 65 northbound here on this crash north of Old Hickory Boulevard. It's going to be a while before they can upright this truck that flipped over an hour ago, causing a major mess. It's also very busy now where you would expect coming down I-40 there past the airport through Hermitage and Donaldson. The Tennessee State Fair is back at it again this year, September 8th through the 17th. Log on to tnstatefair.org. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
And that's been a look at your captured traffic and weather together and the latest national news, all brought to you by Heritage Bank. And now it's time for another hour of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck. How are you today?
Good morning, John Michaels. It is the 29th day of August. This is the Tuesday edition. Of Good Morning Clarksville. Big 1400 WJZM Radio, where each Wednesday is Governor Wednesday on the Big 1400. We'll talk Austin Peay State University academics, sports, student life, and special events. Each Wednesday between 8 and 9, it is Governor Wednesday on the Big 1400. Well, the 7th season finale of Game of Thrones ended Sunday.
Oh, did you watch it?
I did. It attracted a series best 12.1 million viewers for its initial broadcast.
Well, what did you think?
Oh, yeah.
It was good?
I'll be back.
You'll be back?
I'll be back next season.
Oh, HBO's got you for another year.
Well, interesting fact, the Hollywood Reporter says at this point, and check this out, 90% of HBO subscribers in the U.S. watch Game of Thrones.
90%?
90% of them, yeah.
That's a good reason to keep it on.
And then if you include the replays, the streaming, that number climbs from 12.1 to almost 17 million. And when you include DVR numbers and on-demand viewing, that final number is expected to be in the neighborhood of 33 million viewers. So, they say using that metric, this season has been averaging just under 31 million viewers, which is about 8 million more than the show's sixth season. And the eighth and final season, of course, will begin filming in October. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think this is the final season. It is the final season. And according to reports, there will be 6 more episodes, and they won't begin airing until late next year or early 2019.
Golly, I'd be forgotten what's going on by then.
Yeah, well, no, because
they'll show them again. Yeah,
they'll start, running every hour on the hour. That's how my wife got into it. She started binge watching
the marathon.
Yeah, she started binge watching Game of Thrones.
Do y'all binge watch a lot?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
But the rest of the family does?
No, I do not.
You don't, but does the rest of the family?
Yes, they've been known. Yeah. Anyway, the Big 1400, WJZM Radio. This is Tuesday with the mayor, and County Mayor Jim Durrett is in our studios. We're going to talk to him in a few minutes. This is the Big 1400 with John Michaels, Chuck Edwards on this Tuesday. And these are the Vogues. WJZM Radio. I was trying to get Mayor Durrett plugged in here, John. Somehow or another, I have unplugged him with the headphones. But anyway, how you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Just trudging along step by step. And let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you for coming.
Hey, thanks for the invite, man. Good to see you.
So, catch us up on what have you been doing this summer? Did you get a chance to take any time off?
A little bit, but not a whole lot.
Did you go anywhere?
No.
Just hung out?
No, just hung out.
That's good if you can do it, though. It is. When you can do it, go down to the lake or, make a day trip.
Yeah, we've got a pontoon boat. We spend a little time on the river, and, I have to make downtime.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, this job will consume you.
Yeah.
And, it's not, you sacrifice enough during the week and the weeknights with your family. And so, my weekends, I try to keep them open. Sometimes I can't, but I try to make family time.
Yeah. Jim Durrett's our guest. He is the county mayor for Montgomery County. Question.
Fire away.
What made you decide you wanted to be in politics? I mean, I know that it's been a couple of years ago since you had to answer that question, but just refresh our listeners' mind with, you were successful in the private sector. You're a Clarksvillian, born here, raised here, went to school here. What made you decide you wanted to jump into politics?
Well, Chuck, I worked for the city for a long time, 31 years, and I got out and went to work for a local bank. And I still stayed involved with the community through the chamber and some other organizations. And I just thought, that things weren't going really the way I'd like to see them go. I thought I could do things a little bit better. And so I decided to run and was lucky enough to be elected. And, whatever the 2nd is, September the 2nd, is that next Tuesday?
No, it's Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, Saturday will be 3 years of actually in office. September 2nd is the day that I first reported to the county mayor's office.
What have you found in your 2 years? Yeah, 3 years. What have you found in your 3 years that most surprised you about this job?
Chuck, I can't really say that there's anything that surprised me about it. I think in any position like the position I'm in that you spend so much time with things that have to be done, for lack of a better words, putting out fires. Mm-hmm. And you probably spend about 90% of the time doing that stuff and about 10% of the time working on your vision and that kind of stuff. So it makes it tough, that part of it. We were, Jeff Truitt, my chief of staff, and I got to give a shout out to my whole staff, to Jeff Truitt, Debbie Gentry, Shelley Baggett, Emily Matthews, and Michelle Newell, and Paula Atkins. I mean, they are just rock stars.
Yeah.
I couldn't do what I do without them.
They keep you going.
They do.
They got your back, too.
They do.
I know Jeff got your back.
Yeah. But we, and this is including holidays, any vacations I've took, any of that. We average about 28 meetings a week. And, I mean, we just meet a lot, but we have to meet a lot. I mean,
it's almost as much as John Michaels. He has all these meetings.
Yeah, we have meetings every day.
Every day.
I mean, yesterday was like, it wasn't a typical day, but every Monday we usually start off with some type of calendar review meeting to go over the next 2 weeks of our calendar. That was from 8 to 9. From 9 to 10, we had a bi-county executive committee meeting. From 10 to 11, met with some folks from Waste Industries. From 11 to 12, met with the library director and the HR director about some personnel issues. Had a luncheon. At 1:30, met with the school director, Millard House. At 2:30, met with our county engineer about some design plans on a new EMS station. And at 3 o'clock, met with the Animal Control Ad Hoc Committee. So that was my day yesterday.
Busy.
You probably need a couple of more meetings.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, to round it off.
Hey, but you know what the great thing is being able to come out and talk to people like y'all and talk to the public. I enjoy that as much as I do any part of the job. I enjoy serving. I really, really do enjoy serving. But when you can get out and talk to people and answer questions, and so many times you may not give the answer that somebody wants to hear, but at least you're communicating with them. And I think communication it's vital.
Yeah. Hey, Mayor Durrett, do you have a vision? Clarksville is the 5th largest city in Tennessee, and we're continuing to grow. How do you see that growth taking place? There has to be some control to that growth. We just can't let it just grow like wildfire. Do you agree?
I do agree, Chuck. And, I think there's a lot of things that have happened in the last couple of years that are going to help us with our growth. One of the biggest things, I think, that has happened is the Improve Act that the state of Tennessee passed. And it's an increase in the gasoline tax. But overall, it was a tax decrease. But so many of our major thoroughfares,
infrastructure,
really all of them are state highways. Mm-hmm. And so even when I was with the city, there was times that the city would contribute money to fast track a project and those type things. But the way the state, with the state not having any road debt, well, those kind of projects started slowing down.
Right.
But with the state with the gas tax increase, we're going to see 101st Parkway extended from Dover Road over to 149. They're about to bid in December Highway 4813 from 149 all the way back to Zinc Plant Road. A new bridge across the river.
A new bridge.
A new bridge. Trenton Road is part of the Improve Act, which is a very much needed infrastructure
improvement.
improvement.
Trenton Road.
There's going to be the interstate's going to be widened from 3 lanes from the state line to exit 11. That's going to help with all of our off-ramp issues, potentially to add a new exit, exit 6, that will maybe service Hancock Tire. So, those are some big infrastructure projects. That interstate project's $155 million alone, and without the Improve Act, we wouldn't get those projects. So I think that's helping us on our growth, because I think most of our growth, our issues are related to infrastructure.
Yeah, getting from here to point A to point B.
But you got to go to a break.
Yeah, we're going to go. But go ahead, finish.
Well, I was just going to say, and with that growth comes school growth.
We'll talk. We'll take a break, then we'll come back and talk about school. This is the Big 1400. Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville.
This Sports Now update is presented by Culver's of Clarksville, famous for handcrafted butter burgers. Get yours at 140 Southampton Place.
There's a brand new top earner in the NFL today, as Detroit Lions quarterback Matt Stafford has signed a 5-year contract extension worth $135 million. At an average yearly salary of over $27 million, Stafford's bested Oakland Raiders quarterback Derek Carr for the most lucrative contract in league history. Now over to Austin Peay State University, where the women's volleyball squad, getting off to a 3-1 start, has garnered the attention of the Ohio Valley Conference League office. Yesterday afternoon, both Ashley Slay and Kristen Stucker were honored as OVC Players of the Week. Slay was dubbed the conference's Offensive Player of the Week after recording 69 kills in the season's first 4 matches. Meanwhile, with a whopping 185 assists, Kristen Stucker was awarded the OVC's Setter of the Week award. Austin Peay Volleyball, after opening the season at home for the first time since 2008, will set out on a 9-game road trip starting this coming weekend at the UAB Invitational down in Birmingham. And we take you back to the NFL, as the Tennessee Titans made a major announcement yesterday. Head coach Mike Mularkey told media members that despite his lackluster performance in Sunday's preseason tilt against Chicago, rookie Adoree Jackson will likely be the team's starting punt returner this season. Mularkey's announcement came just 24 hours after Jackson made the laughable decision to field a punt inside the 5-yard line on Sunday against the Bears. And lastly today, a quick look into the prep world, as Clarksville Academy tied with Harpeth High last night 2-2 in girls soccer action. Leah Hayes and Presley Sykes each scored a goal for the Lady Cougars, and Taylor Kaczynski assisted on both CA scores. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Made to order, never frozen Midwest beef served on a toasted buttery bun is just the beginning at Culver's of Clarksville. The experience crescendos into fresh homemade custard that you can customize into delectable treats like sundaes, banana splits, or one of their signature concrete mixers. You'll be treated like family and fed like royalty at Culver's of Clarksville, near Exit 4 just off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard at 140 Southampton Place. Culver's of Clarksville. Welcome to Delicious.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Don't forget, the Sports Now update comes your way twice in the afternoon, 3:20 and 6:20, with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Mr. Appliance. We're talking with County Mayor Jim Durrett, who's joined us for Tuesday with the mayor. And we're talking about the infrastructure, and you brought up the word schools. How does that figure in?
Well, we've got some information from...
We got 39... Do we have 39 schools, I think? Seems like Elise told me.
I think it's 31.
31.
I don't know. I can't keep up
with it. It's over 30, though.
Yeah. We got some preliminary numbers from the school system last week, and our enrollment's up 1,400 from what it was last year. 1,400. I mean, that's a school and a half, really. And we expect, I would imagine that we've already taught 35,000 students. And when we typically see growth of 600 to 800 students a year, and we're already at 1,400.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that's attributed to a couple of things. Number one, I think it's contributed to who we are as a community and what we have to offer. We have I think, a pretty low cost of living. Our tax rates are pretty low. I think we're a very diverse community. I think we have a lot of good things for people to do. We've got a university that's growing. We've got Fort Campbell that has always been just a mainstay for us. And then in the last 3 years, or really 4 years, we brought on 3 global companies that any community would die to have one of them, and that's Hankook Tire, Google, and LG.
Yeah.
And with those new industries, people are coming to our community. They're reading about us all over the globe, and they're moving here.
And people overlook that we have a quality workforce available to companies like Hankook and LG and Google that they can choose from.
Without a doubt, Chuck. And, anytime we're in front of any industry, that's one of the things we talk about. Fort Campbell is such a tremendous workforce engine. And the people coming out of Fort Campbell, the men and women who are getting out of the military, and it's 300 to 400 a month. They are highly trained. Most of them have some type of leadership skills. They're very punctual. They're loyal. They can change their mission on a dime. They have all the core qualities that somebody's looking for in an employee. So you can train them to run a computer. I got a good friend of mine that retired actually 2 guys that retired about 2 years ago. One about 2 years ago, one about a year ago. Both of them are retired as colonels. And both of them went into the IT field as managers. And both of them can get on a computer and type and do all that stuff, search the web, but they don't know any of the programming issues or anything. But they're quality people, they're leaders.
Trainable.
And they know how to manage people. Yeah. And people are identifying with that.
Yeah. We're up 1,400 students. As you said, that's a school and a half. So what do we do to accommodate that?
Well, I think we need to let those numbers kind of work themselves out. Yeah, they'll settle some. And, we unfortunately, we had to do a wheel tax increase this year that goes into effect September 1st. And that's 100% of that. It was an $18 increase, and 100% of that is going towards debt service on 4 school additions. And we're paying, actually, a very novel idea. We're paying cash for a design of a middle school and a high school. By paying cash, it's saving us $1 million, which is a good savings for the taxpayers.
Have we already designated an area? Is still the Arkadelphia area?
That's the area for the new school complex. Mm-hmm. And there's been some debate about that, and I'm sure that debate will continue some. But, if these numbers keep trending, and it looks like they might, because we saw back in the early 90s, we saw a big industrial spike in Montgomery County. We brought on some new industries. Some industries expanded. It's about a 5-year period that we were about double our growth average in our school system. Mm-hmm. And so with Hankook, LG, Google, last year we started seeing that effect. We were growing students even after the first of the year, and we didn't double, but I think last year we grew. I don't remember what it was, but we grew way above and beyond our expectations. And this year our enrollment numbers are above and beyond what we even projected for this year. So I think this industrial spike that we called it, I think we're going to be in the midst of that for 3 or 4 more years.
But 1,400, that's a big spike.
That's big.
That's a big spike. I want to talk about the Civic Plaza, but with the schools, I know that's important. So from where we are to getting a school, 3-4 years?
Well, high school's every bit of 3. If we actually started today and said, okay, Chuck, we want you to design us a high school, we'd probably be looking at about 3.5 years before we had students in that high school. probably closer to 4 years.
Will we build a high school or elementary school first?
I think what we're probably going to have to do is do a middle school first.
Middle school.
Looking at those growth numbers, but the high schools are right behind them and the elementaries are right behind them.
Yeah. County Mayor Jim Durrett's our guest here on the Big 1400. We appreciate him coming in. So let's talk about the Civic Plaza. It's a big deal.
Chuck, it's huge.
It's going to be fun. Going to have a lot of things going on.
And let me tell you one of the things that a lot of people don't know. Probably in the last 4 months, there's been, I think, 7 pieces of property that have changed hand in downtown Clarksville. And these are people that are buying buildings downtown, wanting to redevelop them, and they're wanting to put mixed-use retail and apartments downtown.
Because of the centerpiece, which will be the Civic Plaza.
I think that's what's driven it all. I do, and we being Montgomery County have really dedicated some resources towards this plaza. Number one, from a construction standpoint, the city put $1 million in it, and we certainly appreciate that gesture, and we want the city to be involved any way that they want to be involved. But we put a event planner in place. When it opens up, we're going to have an outdoor skating rink. Bowling Green, Kentucky had one last year. Bowling Green's about 65,000. They had 17,000 skaters. We anticipate having 20,000 plus skaters. It's just something about being able to go somewhere and ice skate outside in the wintertime.
And it's supposed to open in November?
We're going to open right after Thanksgiving. And run probably
Merry Christmas.
Run probably all the way to the first of February, and I just think it's going to be a great opportunity for people to come downtown on weekends and at night and just enjoy our downtown with all the Christmas lights and everything that we have, and visit our patrons downtown, or our restaurants and our businesses, and so we're going to do all kinds of fun things. We were talking about it this morning. We're probably going to challenge, the county's probably going to challenge Fort Campbell in like
be careful.
In a broom hockey tournament.
Be careful.
Well, we're going to be careful.
They come to play.
We're going to write the rules, though.
You're going to be, But Mayor Durrett, when you think about the Civic Plaza and you think about opening right after Thanksgiving, and man, I just see all these, I think of these movies that you've seen on TV where there was always ice skating and there were Christmas lights and there was music going on. Yeah. And we're going to have it right here in
We're going to have it right here. We're going to invite like all the high schools to come up with their choirs and sing Christmas music. The Christmas parade will be it's going to probably have its same route, but we're going to have like all kinds of things going on up at the square prior to the Christmas parade and after the Christmas parade. So it's going to be pretty festive. And then once, we'll do some things during the winter after the ice skating. But when spring starts, we'll start with concert series. We're talking about maybe doing yoga on the lawn, all kinds of different things.
That's us, John. We in. We in that yogi.
Y'all in.
We in. We got some yogi pants. We in for that yogi. We'll be there. We'll be there for that.
Yeah.
It won't be just limited to ice skating.
No.
It'll be all year round.
That's just a temporary rink that'll be set up, and then once that contract's over with, we'll take everything out, and it'll be just a big old green space. It'll have a water feature in it, big stage, and we're gonna get big balls and those big foam blocks and stuff like that, where parents can bring their kids up there and they can have a frisbee or have a big ball to kick around.
What's that place in Nashville has a bicentennial mall?
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that?
Yeah.
The way that's set up. In the bicentennial mall, John, in Nashville?
I think that's correct.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we're talking with Mayor Jim Durrett about Civic Plaza, County Mayor Jim Durrett. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
Make someone's day. Send flowers just because. At Sango Village Florist in Clarksville, we only offer the finest floral arrangements. We also have free delivery to Genova Hospital and Clarksville Funeral Homes. Let Sango Village Florist in Clarksville be your first choice for flowers for any and all occasions. Serving Montgomery County, Cedar Hill, Chapman Borough, and Pleasant View, Tennessee. Visit our website at sangovillageflorist.com or call 931-358-3300. Our flowers make a statement.
It's the Bottom Line Model Year-End event only at Matthews Nissan's Clarksville's favorite new car dealer. 800 new and used. Auto credit challenged? We can help. 0% financing plus $1,000 NMAC cash on new 2017 Altima. 0% financing for 72 months on a new 2017 Rogue with approved credit for well-qualified buyers. New 2017 Versa S. $11,730. Incredible. Choose the 2017 Truck Trend Pickup Truck of the Year. The all-new 2017 Titan. And they all come with a 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper limited warranty. Military. Pay no tax and get extra incentives. Hurry to Harold Matthews Nissan or MatthewsNissan.com. You're going to love our prices. Stock number 31, 42, 49, 89. HL8 72524. All prices plus tax, title, and license. $13.89 per month per $1,000 financed at 0% for 60 months. $457 process fee included. Dealer to retain Nissan cash back, 2 or more at this price. Military offer restricted to full-time personnel stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky or Tennessee-based military facilities. Ends 9/5/17. Source, Leaf Chronicles, May 12, 2016.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
In your time of loss, you need to know someone cares. Since 1916, Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home has been serving the Clarksville area with the kindness and respect you deserve. It's their goal to provide quality, compassionate services to you and your family during this very difficult time. Mike Parchman and his staff genuinely care and provide prearranged plans that accept insurance to help ease your pain in your time of grief. Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home. People who care. A name you can trust. Neil Tarpley Parchman Funeral Home. Madison Street in Clarksville.
How did you sleep last night? Did you wake up sore or worse yet, still feeling tired? Say goodbye to that constant state of drowsiness with one quick trip to Beds Express. They're fighting sleepless nights one bed at a time, and they're doing so with a trusted staff of comfort experts trained to get you a good night's rest at an affordable price. Go see them at 1767 Wilma Rudolph Boulevard in Clarksville, 7643 Highway 70 South in Bellevue, or at 2222 Medical Center Parkway in Murfreesboro. Visit Beds Express today and sleep well tonight.
A few things I can count on in the morning. Not wanting to get up, but the alarm clock tells me I have no choice. A hot shower that gets me going, and the traffic that slows me down. But once I get to McDonald's, I can count on my kind of breakfast at a value. Like a sausage biscuit, burrito, crispy hash browns, or a small hot McCafe coffee starting at just $1 each. Or a sausage McMuffin for just $1.19. Count me in. A la carte only at participating restaurants. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
What's the most refreshing sound of summer? Close, but just listen. Aha, that's the sound of a fruity flavored Fanta orange soda new at McDonald's for just $1. Okay, keep listening. Hear all your friends in there popping around? Cannonball!
This summer, check fruity flavored ice cold refreshment off your bucket list. Hurry and dive into any size Fanta orange soda new at Mickey D's for just $1, or get a small McCafe frappe smoothie or shake for just $2. A la carte only. Limited time offer at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or any combo meal. Fanta is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
For real estate services, Byers and Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers and Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers and Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers and Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. It is Tuesday with the mayor. County Mayor Jim Durrett is our guest, and we're talking about the Civic Plaza, and we go from that to the Multi-Purpose Event Center. Tell us about that.
Well, Chuck, I alluded to the fact earlier that we spend about 90% of our time putting out fires and 10% of our time working on vision stuff. Mm-hmm. Right after I was elected, Jeff Truitt and I, one thing that I've always thought we needed some type of attraction, some type of magnet downtown. I think Civic Plaza's doing some of that, but I think we need something bigger and grander. And so we talked about a convention center, and we talked about a conference center, and we talked about an arena.
And that's been tossed around for years.
For years. And so Jeff and I kind of went to work on it, and we hired a company out of Chicago that was very involved in the Music City Center that Nashville built. You know, Nashville had a convention center, and they looked at this Music City Center, and they had to look at a location, and this company was involved in the location process, and they were also involved in would Nashville support it. And looking at their track record, they knew what they were doing, and so we brought them in, and they asked us. It was point blank question. They said, "What do you want?" And I said, "I don't know." I said, "That's why we hired you. You tell us what'll work downtown." And so we started the process, and it came out with a multi-purpose event center. And as we started in those conversations, we have a good relationship with the Nashville Predators. We engaged the Predators. We engaged Austin Peay and said, "Hey, we're looking at doing this multi-purpose event center. Would you like to be involved in it?" And from Austin Peay's standpoint, we approached them about, what about bringing all your home basketball games off campus? And Austin Peay was very warm to it, and now I think Austin Peay has embraced it. The Predators said to us, we'll do anything from freezing water to managing a facility like this. And so when we start, as we've continued down this process, when you think about the Predators and you think about managing a facility, well, they manage Bridgestone Arena. They play hockey there, but they manage it as well. And it's now, I think, the third busiest arena in the United States. And
they sold out all their home games.
Yeah, and the concerts and the shows that they do there. And so they know the business. So we're in our due diligence process. We're going to be getting some cost estimates. We're going to be getting some renderings. We're going to determine an exact location downtown, even though we have a pretty good idea of where that's going to be. And we're also are looking at the financing side of it. So over the next 6 months, there's going to be a lot going on with that project. The Predators are very much still involved, engaged. Austin Peay, same way. And so hopefully we can bring something downtown that would be a multi-purpose event center where we could bring in a lot of junior hockey tournaments, which are big draws. HVS estimated that we'd have an additional 12,000 motel stays per year, which is huge.
That is huge.
And so, but we got to figure out a way to pay for it. We don't want to put any property tax dollars into it. So, we're in our due diligence period right now, but I think it'd be something that our community would embrace. They have in Nashville, they have Disney on Ice, and they have all these other different shows, and it's a 17,000, 18,000 seat arena, and sometimes they have trouble selling those type shows out. You bring it down here to an 8,000 to 10,000 arena, and you're going to sell it out every night.
Right.
Make it a hard ticket to get.
Yeah. That's exciting.
It is. And, I think if you just look at what's happened with Austin Peay, with what they did with Volterra Stadium, they hadn't won a game in 2 years, and you go to a home football game, and it's an event.
And you think that they were, king of the hill.
And you know what? They're going to win. It's no doubt in my mind.
They're going to win this season.
Yes. But it's become an event. And so we can do that same thing with basketball. When it's on campus, it's a game. When it's off campus, it becomes an event. And so this facility will have luxury suites. It'll have an ice floor. It could be a flat floor. You could do a boat show. You could do a gun and knife show. I mean, you could do a concert. Yeah, do a rodeo, do a motocross race. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So it's exciting.
And you got people who could draw or would be drawn to that.
Exactly.
To support that.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm ready. 6 months, huh? Before we, put it on paper?
Yeah, I think we're about 6 months out before we get to the point where we know what it's going to cost and how we're going to pay for it and what it's kind of going to look like and the footprint of it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you
thank y'all for inviting me, guys.
We appreciate it. We look forward to a long relationship again.
Well, we kind of go back a long way.
We do. Yeah. I ain't saying nothing.
I cut my radio teeth right here in this studio, man.
County Mayor Jim Durr been with us on Tuesday with the Mayor here on the Big 1400, and we appreciate him coming in, spending some time with us.
Bobby Sue. Two young lovers with nothing better to do than sit around the house, get high and watch a tube. And here's what happened when they decided to cut loose. They headed down to old El Paso. That's where they ran into a great big hassle. Billy Joe shot a man while robbing his castle. Bobby Sue took the money and run. Go on, take 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 the money and run. Billy Mack is a detective down in Texas. You know he knows just exactly what the facts is. He ain't gonna let those two escape justice. He makes his living off of the people's taxes. Bobby Sue, whoa, she slipped away. Billy Joe caught up to her the very next day. They got the money, hey, you know they got away. They headed down south and they're still running today. Singing, go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Oh, Lord. Go on, take the money and run.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. It is the Tuesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville with Jim. I was thinking of Mayor Jim Durrett, who was in with our county.
He was
the
here.
County mayor. He was here.
He is flew the coop now. Gone to work.
Tuesday with the mayor, and we appreciate him coming in.
He actually works.
Clarksville area weather, a couple of showers maybe this afternoon, 84 for a high tonight, 66 for an overnight low. Rain increases, the chance for rain increases on Wednesday. Expect a high of around 82. Currently, we're at 69 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Are you a Vince Gill fan? Okay. I'm a Vince Gill fan.
I do. He's okay.
And he has this great story about the first time that he was invited to perform at the Grand Ole Opry. Obviously, he was thrilled, but he had to tell them no.
He
the
did?
first time, yep, he had to tell them no.
He told them no? The Grand Ole Opry?
Yeah, he said, as much as I'd like to, I'm already booked at the Grassland Elementary School to play You Are My Sunshine. So I'm going to have to respectfully decline. You see, he's pretty sure that they liked him even more because of that, because I think he spoke to them, and they knew I was a principled guy about family and how important my kid was, and they were kind enough to invite me another time. But, yeah, he had to go to his daughter's recital.
Yeah, Grassland Elementary School.
Yep.
I kind of know where that's at.
Yeah, because you're from Nashville originally.
Yeah.
He's a transplant. He came up here and he started.
never got away.
Yeah. The Big 1400 WJZM Radio.
In the morning sun, I feel you touch me in the pouring rain, and the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. And
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, where we've got the University of Tennessee football, y'all. That's right. This Monday, September 4th, the Volunteers will take on Georgia Tech in Atlanta. That's right. Airtime 5:30, kickoff 7 o'clock. All the action. University of Tennessee football on the Big 1400. Are you do you eat the peel off a banana or?
No.
You know how they talk about
Why would you eat the peel off of a banana?
Well, they say there are a lot of vitamins and nutrients in the peel from fruits.
No.
At least that's what they say.
They can say it, but
now,
I'm not eating it.
I'm not sure who they are, but it sounds like something they'd say.
Sound like tree huggers.
Aren't you cold? It doesn't sound like tree huggers.
Sound like tree huggers.
But the thing is, do you
hug
eat
a
them?
tree? Leave a banana peel.
Yeah. Do you eat them? Now, here's a survey. Here are the results from BuzzFeed survey that asked people what fruit and vegetable skin peels they actually eat.
Survey says.
Okay. Apple peel, 94% eat it.
Yep.
Potato skin. 78% eat it. Don't you get those French fries and some of that? They got, a lot of them, especially Five Guys. They got peels. They got. Carrot peel, 49%. Say they eat the skin. Kiwi skin. You like kiwi?
Yeah.
13%. Mango, 10%. Orange peel.
No.
You can relate.
No.
4%.
I'm not eating it.
And banana peel, 1%.
No.
Now, if any of that sounds weird, the survey also asked people if they eat the skin off of fried chicken. And 28%.
What's that got to do with it? That's different.
28% said no.
That's different.
Now, that's weird.
What? Fried chicken?
Eating the skin off of fried chicken? Come on, man.
Crunchy, I like it. The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, where we've got Greg Walker's Sports Talk Monday and Thursdays, 4 to 6 p.m. on the Big 1400. Of course, the court will be in talking all things sports each Monday and Thursday between 4 and 6.
Unexpected.
You can expect the unexpected on the Greg Walker Sports Talk Show. Okay, our good news for today is a series of random good news thoughts, good news actions from because of Hurricane Harvey.
Not just one story.
No, not just one. Several little snippets of good things going on. We told you about Anheuser-Busch stopped making beer at their brewery in Georgia, and they started bottling water instead. And following suit. The company that makes Miller Lite and Coors are doing the same. Combined, they've donated over 200,000 bottles of water for hurricane.
You know what?
Now,
Jack
they
Daniels
donated.
Well, Jack Daniels has brown water in their bottle.
Who's Jack Daniels?
Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels has brown water. It's
John,
brown.
we're not talking about no whiskey.
It's a whiskey.
No, we're not talking about it.
Back to the good stories.
This is a good one. Hundreds of people were stranded at the Houston airport over the weekend when all flights were grounded, but Southwest Airlines did 5 free rescue flights from Houston to Dallas Sunday night, and they got about 500 people out.
That's good.
Yep. Yeah, Southwest.
Yeah.
Airbnb is helping users in Texas take people in. They're letting members list their places for $0 and not charging any fees. Last we checked, there were over 300 people offering up warm beds for hurricane victims free of charge.
That is sweet.
Yep. And I told you earlier that you could help out. You can give $10 by texting Harvey to the number 90999. Or you can get a link and donate to the Salvation Army by texting STORM 51555. So
That's great.
Yeah.
That is good news.
Some good things going on.
I like
some
that.
good things going on. We hope that you had a good time this morning with us on the Good Morning Clarksville Show with Chuck and John.
Thank you, Mayor Dewar.
Thank you, Mayor Dewar, for coming in, sharing part of your day with us. Thank you. We'll get together again tomorrow.
Thank you.
7 o'clock. Be there. Bye-bye, my friend.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. I just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Our life together is so precious. Together we have grown.